Curious what $1 million will get you in North Vancouver? Well, today I'm going to show you. We're going to take a virtual tour around North Vancouver and look at some properties. And stick around to the end because I'm going to share some financial tidbits. Do you put 20% down or do you put 5% down? I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of each and how to maximize your ROI. If this is your first time to the channel and you want to know everything there is about real estate in Vancouver, subscribe below. Tap the bell for notifications to be the first to hear what's going on in the current market. My name is Megan Becker, local realtor. Myself and my team get calls every day from people looking to make this incredible city their home. So whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, give me a call, text, or email, and I'm excited to help you make some moves in the best city in Canada. All right, let's jump onto the computer and take a look at North Vancouver, what you can get for $1 million. Before we get into the properties, quick little definition of boundaries here. So North Vancouver is actually separated into two areas. So you've got the city of North Vancouver and you have the district of North Vancouver. So the city is defined here, roughly in around this area here, and then the district encompasses quite a bit more. So you go up into the mountains and then includes the eastern part here up into Deep Cove and around. So for the sake of this video, all the properties we are looking at are attached. They're either townhomes or condos. So the difference between the district and the city really comes into zoning and what you could potentially build on a lot. So not super applicable in this video. All right, we're gonna zoom in. We're gonna head up to Capilano area first here. And I'm gonna take a look at this property here. So one of the things I really liked about this one is the area. That's what struck me first. I always like looking at properties. I'll do a higher level look on the map. What's close by? Is there easy access to roads? Is there green space close by? And that's a couple of things that I really liked about this one. So Capilano Road here, actually maybe we'll zoom out a little bit. So we'll actually take you up to Grouse Mountain. So this is Capilano Road here. And if you head all the way up here, you can get up to Grouse Mountain. And if you haven't been there, you definitely need to put it at the top of your list. Grouse Mountain is very popular in the wintertime. You can ski there. In the summertime, actually all year round, you can hike. Grouse Mountain, it's about 800 meters in elevation. It's about 2.5 kilometers. And pretty much everyone has, well, maybe not everyone, but most people that live in Vancouver have done the grouse grind at least once. And it's quite the workout. People's times can get really competitive. There's actually chip timers that you can get that will time, and people will do it on a regular basis. I know a lot of people that live up there will do it quite regularly. I do it a handful of times every year, and it takes people anywhere from maybe in the low 40s that are really fit up to maybe an hour and a half or so. Just really depends on your fitness level. I like to think I'm pretty fit. Climbing is not one of my strong suits. I can go for a long time, but I on average will do it maybe in and around an hour, give or take. But anyways, back to this area. That is one of the things that I really like, is that there's super easy access up there. There's also some other really great trails in and around the Cleveland Dam if you want to take the dog for a walk or even just go out for a stroll yourself. And then zoom back in a little bit. There's the Capilano Suspension Bridge, which is another really great touristy attraction. If you haven't checked it out, it's always nice to see at least once. It's really cool. You can walk across the bridge and see the water. It's quite gorgeous. And then if we come down a little bit closer to the property here, you'll notice it backs right onto the Capilano River. So really nice. You can take the dog out or, like I said, go for a stroll. It's nice to have just some quiet, serene green space there. So this is unit 206 and we're at 3389 Capilano Crescent. This one actually just sold and it sold for $998,000. And so it's 2 bed, 2 bath, a little bit older, 1991 built, and it's 1,129 square feet here. So we'll take a quick look. There's a couple things that I really liked about this one. It's a nice smaller strata here. The location was number one. There's been a few updates. Maybe the original countertop, they've painted, obviously replaced the appliances, replaced the flooring there, got some better light. But as you can see here, I loved the outdoor space. And if you've watched any of my previous videos, outdoor space, patio, indoor, outdoor living, that's one of my favorites. favorites? Maybe put it in the comments. What's one of your absolute musts? If you're gonna live in a condo or a townhome or an attached property like that, what is a non-negotiable must-have? For me, it's outdoor space. So you can see here, the dining space, nice big French doors here, opens up to a very large patio space there. You can do something really nice there. Have some outdoor furniture there, have a heat lamp. That's the nice thing about our climate here is if you set up your outdoor space really nice, this one's not covered, but you could likely get an umbrella or something like that if it is raining, but having a heat lamp out there and enjoy it pretty much all year round. Nice fireplace as well. So we've got a decent square footage here. 1,100 square feet is pretty good for a 2-bedroom. So you've got lots of space. That's one of the nice things about the older properties is that, yes, it's a little bit older, but you're getting a little bit more square footage here. And there's definitely been some updates, not super recent, but I always say focus on the things that you can't change, like location and layout for the most part. And then, when budget allows, you can do some renos like paint or flooring, cabinets, things like that. So that's our first property. Head back over to the map to another favorite area of mine called Lolo. So that stands for Lower Lonsdale. It's a really great, vibrant area in North Vancouver, and it is down really in this area here. And a couple of things I really like about the area is there's tons of amenities. There's the shipyards, the quay, lots of restaurants, little coffee shops, things like that. It's essentially the downtown of North Vancouver. You also have the Sea Bus, which is a really great form of public transportation. It goes from the quay in Lower Lonsdale all the way across to Cole Harbour to Waterfront Station. It's a 12-minute passenger ferry ride over there. So I actually have clients that live in Lower Lonsdale, but they commute downtown. The clients that I'm thinking of specifically, they have a hybrid situation, so they go into the office either 2 or 3 times a week. They'll just jump on the Sea Bus, and the rest of the time they'll live in North Van. And the appeal to North Van is the accessibility to the mountains. Okay, so let's zoom in on our first property here. So we're at 168 Chadwick. And as you can see by the location, you're right in the heart of the shipyards here. And this is Waterfront Park, a really great area here. There's also the Spirit Trail, which is about a 25-kilometer trail that goes all along the waterfront here. It starts in West Vancouver, comes all the way along here, comes through here, goes through Lonsdale Quay, all the way through the shipyards, and then continues to go out east there. So this is Unit 304, 168 Chadwick Court here. So currently on the market for $968,000, 2-bed, 2-bath, built in 1990, and then we are 1044 square feet here. So this is a little bit more of a mid-level high-rise, but this is one of the things that I really liked about this one is you are super close. This is downtown Vancouver in the background. You're going to get some great views here. You can see here. So this is facing north, and then you can see Lonsdale Quay and the shipyards there. And then this is the living room here. So this is a little bit of glimpse of downtown Vancouver that you get through the living room there. So this one, again, it's been somewhat updated. Gives you an idea here. So your balcony is facing east, and then you can see downtown Vancouver there. But it's nice, low rise, and there's some walkways. You can go right onto that Spirit Trail, and it's just a really great area. So we'll back over to the map, and we're gonna head a little bit east. We're still in Lower Lonsdale here, and we're gonna go to 365 East First Ave. So this one is currently on the market for $988,000, built in 1999, 2-bed, 2-bath. And then here we're at 896 square feet here. So this is one of the things that I really liked, hence the outdoor space about this property, is you get this little rooftop patio here with views of downtown Vancouver. And it's quite sizable as well. You can do something really cool here. Maybe put some turf down or some tile down, make the flooring a little bit nicer, have some outdoor furniture there. And I don't love the brown color personally, but something that you could do here, I actually had clients buy a similar unit, and it was dark colors, but it had these nice high ceilings, and they clients painted it white, and it transformed the look of this space. It opened up, it made it almost feel like double the size. Because this one is quite, not very dated, but original colors, white appliances. If you were to change out the cupboards or even paint these, paint the walls, this would transform this space. And even this picture, kind of like this is large furniture, but it's amazing what paint can do here. But again, here, paying for the area, you're paying for the views, the rooftop patio, but still decent amount of space here. So south-facing views, which is really nice. And this is, you're not right in Lower Lonsdale, you're just a little bit east, so it is going to be a little bit quieter over on this side here. So downtown views, nice baby blue bedroom here, nice large bathroom there, second bedroom. So it gives you, they really went all out with the multi-colors of paints in this one. So we're staying in Lower Lonsdale and we're actually heading over to an area I really, really like. And it is even quieter than the one that we were just at. So we're heading over to 707 East 3rd Street. So this is an area called Moodyville. And you'll notice Moodyville Park is right here. It's a really, really nice area. It is, like I said, a lot quieter than right in the heart of Lower Lonsdale here. And there's lots of newer buildings here. There's some townhome projects, things like that. And I have quite a few clients that actually really like this area. And again, the Spirit Trail essentially comes all the way along here and continues to go east there. So this one's a little bit newer, built in 2022. It's on the market for $978,000. 2-bed, 2-bath, and it's 877 square feet. So as you can see, newer finishes here. So nice mountain views in the living room there. And as you can see, definitely updated kitchen, newer style here. Gas stove, large island. That's one of the things I love in a kitchen, is just a large island that has nothing on it. I'm not a huge fan of the sink in the island. I just like, open island, but maybe put it in the comments. Do you like the sink on the island, or would you prefer the sink on the counter space here? I know some people, they don't, because guests kind of crowd around the island, and people will, if you're entertaining, and sometimes it can just get a little bit messy if the sink is there. But yeah, everyone's got their own preferences, but I'm curious, sink on the island or sink on the counter by the wall? 2 bedrooms here, ensuite, nice large tub, and then here is a little bit of your balcony. So it looks like this is 3rd here. So you're north, get some of the mountain views, and then this would be facing south, down onto the water there, amenities room, common space, things like that to be able to use, which is really nice. Okay, so now we are going to head a little bit north. So one of the things that you'll notice in North Vancouver, the further north you go, the further away from the water you go, you increase in elevation, which is really nice because the further you go up Lonsdale Ave or any of these, St. George, you just get some incredible views because you are elevated there. So we're gonna head up to 112 East 13th Street here. We'll zoom in a little bit on the area here. So this is Lonsdale Ave, so kind of main road down to Lower Lonsdale. And then we're gonna look here. So these next 2 properties that we're gonna look at, the one on St. George Ave, these are really close to the Lionsgate Hospital, which is really nice if you are a healthcare worker, or even if you're looking at any type of investment properties, things like that are close to public transit, hospitals, schools, things like that. You're just gonna have a great tenant profile, so something to keep in mind. I know working with investor clients or even people that are purchasing for personal use, that maybe long term you might want to live in it for a couple of years and then have the option to rent it out. It's always things I always point out to clients definitely to look at, because at the end of the day, you want to purchase a great investment, whether you are planning to rent it out or just live in it personally. A home is your investment there. All right, so this one is listed for $1,050,000. It was built in 2017, 2-bed, 2-bath, and it's 886 square feet here. So it's nice. We're on the 11th floor here, and as you can see, we've got a corner unit, mountain views, nice, almost floor-to-ceiling windows here. Nice open living room there, decent-sized balcony, open kitchen. I actually like this. I really like this layout because, especially depending if you want to have a dining room table or not, you can always use the eat-up bar and have the option there, which is really nice. Here's your balcony. So again, decent sized balcony. The nice thing about this one is it is covered, so you can essentially use it all year round. All right, we're back over to the map, and like I said, we're staying in this area really close to Lionsgate Hospital. We're gonna take a look at 1535 St. George Ave. So this is a bit older of a unit here. It's built in 1981. It has been updated. It's actually 3 bedrooms, 2 bath, and this is a townhome, and you've essentially got 3 levels. giving you 1,200 square feet total. So here's the kitchen, has been updated here. Your view, so this is looking south. Downtown Vancouver is just over here, be to the right on the photo here. This is East Van, directly across the water. Over here, that is Metro Town in Burnaby that you can see there. Once you live here, you'll get familiar with all the different landmarks that you can see from different points. And this is a really nice feature here. So this is the outdoor patio space. And as you can see, there's an awning, so it can be covered for the winter time when it's raining. So this is the exterior of the building. So in my opinion, it doesn't have the best curb appeal. But why I wanted to include this is because, again, you're paying for space, this one has been updated, and you're paying for the location here. And, you know, depending what is important to you, this could be a really great buy. The nice thing that people like about the townhomes is that it's separated living. So depending on your situation, people either really like or really dislike the separate living space. Maybe it's a family dynamic, or if you've got a work from home, somebody works from home and you want separate space where somebody can be loud, but then the other person can be in the kitchen or the living room hanging out, chilling, maybe hanging out with a friend or something, but then somebody's upstairs working, or maybe you've got kids that can be playing upstairs or downstairs and somebody can be working, but it separates things a little bit, and so it's not as open. And if you don't like stairs, it's definitely, you're not going to be a fan of it. But again, there's a property type for everyone. There's pros and cons with every type of property here. So you can see living room here. Here's your outdoor patio space, updated bathroom, which is the updates are nice. The flooring, so it gives you an idea, nice easy access in and out of the property here. Okay, we're gonna head a little bit north and east to an area called Lynn Valley, which I really like, again, because there's super easy access to some of the mountain trails. There's Lynn Canyon, which is a really great area. I've actually gone cold plunging there. There's a crew that, I think they're called the Cold Plunge Crew, and you can find them on Instagram and Facebook and join the groups. And right now they meet every Thursday morning up in Lynn Canyon, and the last time I went, I think there was about 20 of us, and we walked down. It's maybe a 5-minute walk down to the canyon, and somebody led us in a meditation, and we all cold plunged together, which was really cool. But it was right up at Lynn Canyon. There's tons of hikes accessible from this area, and if you want to be in the trails, this is a really desirable area to be in. But it's really well connected. There's tons of amenities and everything up in this area as well. So the first one we're going to look at is 3349 Mountain Highway. You'll notice the Lynn Valley Community Center. You've also got the Karen Magnuson Rec Center there, which is one of the largest wave pools. So lots of options for kids, or if you just want different recreational spots. So we've got another townhouse here. This one, again, is on the older side, built in 1982, on the market for $988,000. We've got 2 beds, 3 baths here, and we're at 1,307 square feet. This is our building here. And again, there's been some updates here. Floor's been updated, paint, kitchen. Outdoor space, nice greenery. You're not looking onto another building or anything like that. Kind of gives you that feeling of you're just in the woods. Here's your upstairs bedroom, good size. Balcony off the bedrooms there, mountain views, and then this is a rooftop balcony. So you've actually got 3 outdoor spaces in this one, which is nice. All right, back over to the map, and we're heading a little bit south on Mountain Highway here, staying in the Lynn Valley area, to 2632 Liberty Lane. So this is a newer one. This one was built in 2019. It's on the market for $1,028,880. 2 bedroom, 2 bath. It's 991 square feet here. So nice low-rise building here, great lobby, nice and bright, definitely modern finishes here. This one has been virtually staged, which is nice because it gives you an idea. It's tough to look at especially online, to look at a photo like this and you're like, okay, size-wise, where would I put everything? So it's nice that the agents have virtually staged it to give you somewhat of an idea what you can do with the space, which is really nice. A little bit of a dining area, living space, yeah, and really how to utilize the space. This is what I really liked about this one is the corner unit, lots of windows. Especially living in a condo, I'm really cognizant of natural light. I know a lot of my clients really, they're living in a condo or maybe they're moving from elsewhere, a larger property, and having that natural light is really important. So that's one of the things that's nice about, you know, having the large windows like this or having a corner unit is you just get more windows. Back over the map, and we're gonna head a little further east and explore a couple other areas that I really like for different reasons. So we're gonna go down here, and this is around the Rock Point area. So this is 3600 Windcrest Drive. This is an area, as you can see, you have very easy access to the water. I have really good friends that live close to here, and they are minutes from dropping their paddleboard into the water here, or just they have mountain bikes and they'll leave their house. It's maybe a 10-minute mountain bike ride and they're up in the trails or trail running. They work in North Van, so sometimes they just run to work. They don't have client meetings or things like that. It's an area, if you want to be in nature, is a really desirable area. If you like the quiet, also very desirable. There's not as many amenities over here, and it's not as easily accessible to just in and out. Sometimes Dollarton can get backed up depending on the time of day. I always recommend to clients jump on Google Maps and you can actually map out the time of day when you're commuting. And so I always recommend people, because Vancouver is known for its busy traffic. Okay, so this is unit 606, 3600 Windcrest Drive. Property was built in 1997, 2-bed, 2-bath. And we're 1,187 square feet. So one thing to note about this property specifically is it is a leasehold. So meaning that the strata doesn't actually own the land that it sits on, it's leasing it. There's pros and cons with leaseholds. One of the nice things about this one is it doesn't expire to 2095. And so one of the things I always caution clients of is if we're looking at leaseholds and they expire in the next, 10, 20, 30 years, that's when we might be a little bit more conscious, because it can affect your financing, it affects the value. Typically freehold properties, they'll appreciate. If you look at a freehold appreciation, the curve looks somewhat like this. For a leasehold property, the curve is a little bit flatter on the appreciation side, but when you fast forward, you've got a ton of time left on this lease, so it still has a lot of value here. But one of the pros about the leaseholds is that you can typically get a little bit more square footage for the dollar amount. And so what I really liked about this one is, again, the high ceilings. You've got tons of natural light in this property. Again, if you were to paint this white, it would just open things up quite a bit more, make it a lot brighter. But you've got a ton of natural light, really great outdoor space again, cozy fireplace. I really like the inside of this one. Not super updated kitchen, but it's nice that they've opened up this window here, give it a little bit more of an open feel. Space here. Again, nice, back onto trees, super quiet. Really like the high ceilings. It opens up, makes it even more larger feel. And then you've got the gym amenities. All right, our last property is 3690 Banff Court. And one of the things I like about this one is it is on the way to Mount Seymour. So if you come down Mount Seymour Parkway and then you take a north, you take a left turn here on Mount Seymour Road. There's a big shopping complex in here. There's a Safeway. There's tons of there's your gas station, grocery store. There's a Bean Around the World coffee shop, which is a great spot. Tons of seating there. It's really nice if you're having a meeting or anything like that. And I'll often go hiking Mount Seymour, and we always meet at that Bean Around the World coffee shop. And then to go up to Mount Seymour, you just keep heading up that way. And so that's one of the things I like about this one is you're right on the way there. And then plus you're on the way to a lot of other trails, mountain biking, hiking, everything like that. And then it's easily accessible to Deep Cove just down that way. So this one is on the market for $950,000, built in 1992, 2-bed, 2-bath, and we're sitting at 1,386 square feet. So another low-rise building here. We're on the first floor. Looks like we've got some original carpet in there likely. Like original cabinets. But again here, we're almost at 1,400 square feet. So this is where you're really seeing the value of, yes, it's dated, but you're getting quite a bit more square footage here. And so I'm curious, put it in the comments. What is more important to you in your situation? I would love to hear your situation. Maybe you're a single, a couple with kids, no kids. What do you prefer? Do you prefer newer and a little bit smaller, or do you prefer larger and maybe dated? Are you open to renos? I'm super curious. And as you can see here, I'm not sure what this flooring is, if it's tile or, but might want to set aside a little bit of money to do some renos, some updating in this one. And here's your outdoor space. And again, you're on the main floor, so you've got this outdoor patio space here. All right, so that concludes our tour of what does $1 million get you in North Vancouver. If you enjoyed this video, I would love for you to like and subscribe. It tells YouTube that you're valuing the content and encourages me to keep making more. And I know at the very end, I promised I would share some financial tidbits here. So you might be wondering, do you put 5% down? Do you put 20% down? Is more better? Is less better? It depends, like most things in life. So let's just talk about a few things first. So if you were to put 20% down, you would need around $165,000 in income. That's assuming strata fees are around the $400 mark and property taxes are around $3,000 there, because both of those things impact your mortgage money that the bank is going to lend you. So let's say that you put 5% down, which is the absolute minimum if you're purchasing under $1 million, you're actually going to need an income of about $225,000 because you're qualifying for more mortgage money there. And you can put 5% down if we're purchasing a property under $1 million. And so our strategy there would be to negotiate the property so that at least we're at $999,000. The other thing to keep in mind if we're putting less down is now your mortgage actually needs to get insured. So you might be thinking, what's the pro of putting 5% down if I have potentially 20% to put down? Well, the strategy here is you could potentially invest the difference there. If you put $75,000 down, which is 5% of $1 million, and you actually have 20% to put down, you could take that difference, that $125,000, and invest it in, say, the S&P. And my mortgage brokers actually run these numbers with clients and figured out that they can actually get a better return on that $125,000 if they put it in the example of the S&P, and actually get a higher return on that money versus putting that money into the down payment of the property. So this is where the rule of thumb of who you work with matters. And I'm connected to a really great mortgage broker who's got strategies like this. He works with a lot of different investors and really wants to understand your scenario. And I'm the same way. I want to figure out where do you want to go with your real estate goals and strategically design a plan to help you get there on the property side and on the financing side. So if you're curious about having a conversation and what it would look like to purchase here in Vancouver, or if you're looking in North Vancouver, I would love for you to reach out. All my info is in the description box below. And remember to please like and subscribe to the video. And until next time, I'm gonna go meet a friend for dinner, and then we are gonna head up to West Vancouver and do a sunset paddleboard.